Okay. Green flavor. What's up, Barjan? Ignis, 'tis good to see you. Have you any news from old Charlian? We've yet to hear from Gistola regarding her search for a means to return to the void. I must confess that her silence has left me feeling restless. Nor am I alone in this. Ascendian has such excess of energy that he has been helping to train our soldiers with nary a grumble. As for Zero... Is something the matter? No, Ignis paid us a visit and saw I was apprising her recent developments, or the lack thereof. Are you heading somewhere? Aye, to replenish my ether. Would you like to come? A rare but most welcome invitation, timely too, I might add. I myself was thinking of venturing out into the city. It would be my pleasure to join you. You will accompany us, of course? Come then. I have an errand to run at the bazaar first. Fun times with Zero? Yay! Alright, where'd she go? Over there? Oh. I'm picking up some more spice. Murdy told me to do so before my next visit. Mr. Zero was quite a tolerance, you see. The sisters know we Hanish are fond of spicy food, but I doubt any of us could keep up with her. With just the spices they normally have on hand, the Mayhane can't quite satisfy her, which is why I'm happy to provide what they need to achieve more rigorous flavors. Now then, variety being the spice of life, perhaps you'd like to choose something extra to blend with Mistress Zero's usual. It'll help to keep things interesting. What do you say? Fine by me. You can appreciate the nuances of this world's sustenance far better than I can, I expect. I get to pick a spice for Zero? Flavored by spices, beer shot from the hempen sacks. Crimson powder, aromatic black corn, silver red husks. I want to do the powder. Color the powder is hot just to look at, it'll likely... Yeah, that one. Oh, I have to taste it? Oh my god. They made me try a spice.
My usual, please. But with this spice.
Of course, Zero. It would be my pleasure. Well now, this is enough to make a whole kettle of your special curry.
I don't need that much.
Rest assured, it's easy enough to make a serving just for you. Or we could make the kettle and share it. There would be enough not only for your companions but other diners as well. I dare say everyone will be delighted.
Very well. A full kettle, then.
Excellent. We'll prepare it at once. And for your excellency and our esteemed adventurer, are you happy to try a bowl of Zero's curry? We can make yours milder if you prefer.
Grateful though I am for the offer, I cannot fully appreciate the flavor with this vessel. Another time, perhaps. Do not hold back on my account, my friend. Eat and enjoy.
A touch milder.
Understood. Please, make yourselves comfortable.
She really got into the spices after that boots, didn't she?
It gladdens me to see you taking to life in Radzatan, Zero. In the area of our cuisine, not least of all. Spicy dishes have long been favored in our sultry clime for their ability to whet the appetite and cool the body. Of course, spices also have the effect of preserving foods, which makes them highly coveted in foreign lands. All of this has given rise to a thriving spice industry, and the wealth it brings has allowed our nation to prosper while maintaining its neutrality.
So you trade your spices? Seems rather more complicated than trading in ether.
In the beginning, this land was no more than refuge for me. But now it is my home, and the people of Radzatan my beloved children.
Mm-hmm.
Together, we build this vibrant nation. And naught would please me more than to show it to my sister one day.
Vibrant. Rubicante said the same when he described this world. A reminder of all that has been stolen from us. What many who remember doubtless yearn to take back.
Our home is a lost cause. Our only choice to begin anew. In this world, where we may reclaim our mortality.
Nonetheless, it's wrong to damn another to save yourself. As I told Rubicante. As I found myself moved to speak. I still do not understand what made me feel this way. Nor what compels you mortals to help one another. But I hope to someday.
We too hope that you will find the answers you seek. What is going on?
What's happening?
Compliments of Mistress Zero, the Satrap's honored guest. We are serving a special curry for anyone who wishes to partake. But be warned, it is not for the faint of heart.
Oh, by all means, I'd welcome the challenge.
Oh my god.
Sisters have mercy. The smell alone is...
Oh no!
It burns! It burns!
Marshall.
To better maintain the facade, the alchemists ensured that my vessel was capable of consuming food. However, I fear Zero's curry would test the limits of their design.
Apologies for the delay. Please relax and enjoy your meal.
That was hilarious.
Relax. I don't have time for that. I've been waiting for this. Come. Let's replenish our ether.
She's so excited. Oh no! So many of them taken out by her curry. My whole life flashed before my eyes and it was exhilarating.
I trust you have eaten your fill.
I'm surprising this
I
ain't
shall
it at
have
all.
Marit prepare a meal for us to take to Estinian. I suspect he too is overdue a replenishment. By this hour, he will have retired to his chambers at Magaduta. Come, let us pay him a visit.
That's hilarious. The spicy curry has left you slightly flushed and set your heart racing. Whatever challenges await, you're ready to face them head on and with feeling. Ah, that's awesome. Love starting packed with a good laugh. Yeah. Make a Stinian try this curry.
Estinian, are you there? We've brought something for you.
I enter.
Ah! He's working out. Okay. The Stinian fans rejoice.
Squid masala from the Mehane. I thought you might enjoy it.
Masala, eh? I prefer my squid dried. But I'm sure it won't disappoint. My thanks. Idle as I am in our sorceress's absence, I see. I can't offer much in the way of entertainment, but make yourselves comfortable.
Zero, what are you doing?
Shall we disrobe as well?
No. We simply caught our friend unprepared. He will make himself presentable at once, I am sure.
Ah, that's awesome. Stinian fans rejoice.
At last. We've been looking for you.
My friends! Tell me, were you able to devise a way to return to the 13th?
I believe so. It required a visit to the moon, where I took the opportunity to enlist Oriange's assistance.
Ishtola hath told me all. I should be glad to help you free Ashdaya and put an end to Golbez's dark plot.
If Rubicante spoke true, both Golbez and Ashdaya are on the moon of the 13th. Unlike here in the Source, however, we have no means of making the journey from the surface of the star itself. The technology simply does not exist. Therefore, I propose that we employ a gate to deliver us directly to our destination.
Is such a feat possible?
In theory. Having once been a single hole, the Source and its reflections share striking similarities in geography. And according to a certain someone who unceremoniously whisked us away to the first, the same locations across the worlds are intrinsically bound. All of which is to say, were we to pass through a gate on the Source's moon, it should lead us to the moon of the 13th.
I mean, makes sense to me.
Of course, there is the risk of Voidsent gaining entry to our world. Thus did I decide to seek Oriange's counsel.
Both the Watcher and the Loporrits are aware of our proposed endeavor. While they are yet deliberating precautionary measures, they have pledged their full cooperation.
You've been busy. I presume you've also found a way to open this gate.
Be it in Radzat-Han or Sharlayan, scholars have long cast their gaze unto the endless dark of the void. And so, with harnish insights to augment our knowledge, we have indeed conceived of a promising plan to pierce the veil. A plan I am confident will succeed, precisely because the moon is our stage. The preparations will be extensive, and we will require vast quantities of ether. After all, our gate must be large enough to accommodate another great worm. My proposal entails delivering copious amounts of ether to the Tower of Babel in Garlemald. As you will recall, Fandaniel used the structure to destroy the Brand's imprisoning Zodiac.
Right.
And we, in like manner, will use it to channel ether to the moon, and thereby open our gate.
I see. Then we shall need someone on the moon for the necessary rituals.
Just so, Your Excellency. I intend to head back anon for that very purpose, as well as to help devise our strategy to deal with invading Voidsent. Along with our lunar allies, we will once again require the assistance of your alchemists, Nidana not least of all. May I trouble you to serve as their escort?
Fine by me. The room was beginning to feel constraining.
He's just excited to get something to do.
For my part, I shall oversee the requisite tasks on the star. Might I prevail upon you for your assistance?
Everything for you.
If all are in agreement, then let us set to work. We'll open our gate, and we will stop Golbez.
Fun times. Okay. Of course, we shall accompany thee thither and thence begin our journey. By Crucible. Oh, there. My, that is a striking simulacrum indeed. Well suited for the head, I doubt not. Allow me to explain Y'shtola's plan in greater detail. As you know, we seek to open a void gate in Mare Lamentorum, that we might gain direct passage to the moon of the 13th. Whilst our comrades labor upon the moon, we must needs accomplish 2 tasks. The first is the procurement of a substantial quantity of ether and subsequent delivery of it unto the Tower of Babel. Said structure was once used to siphon the land's essence by way of Telefroi spires. Such a method, however, doth pose an unacceptable risk to the greater ethereal balance of our world. Thus must we seek an alternate means of conveying our requisite source. Our second task doth pertain to the use of the Tower of Babel itself. You may recall that this portal upon the moon was placed under the supervision of the Ilsabard contingent. If we could employ it to different ends, we must first obtain the contingent's express permission. Sorry, I had to sneeze. I should like to believe they would not refuse us, so perhaps we should concern ourselves with the ether problem first. Have you any idea whence we might source the best quantity needed? Aye, a likely location doth come to mind. Let us make for the airship landing. There I shall reveal more. Why can't you just say it all here? Hurry on, Jay. Why do you say so little in so many words? Alright, Ryanje, what's next? All are present and accounted for? Excellent. We shall travel to Charlian and then seek the nearby Isle of Ham. Near unto the surface of this isle, the rivers of ether converge. The turning energy of its confluence is released by the way of geysers. Originally, the Ragnarok was to be powered by ether harvested from the isle. That, as you well know, an alternate power source was ultimately found for the vessel. Passage unto Ultima Thule, to the very limits of existence, was facilitated by not less than the strength of the Mother Crystal herself. As such, the Isle of Ham's vast ether deposits remain untouched. We may help ourselves to that energy, provided we are able to secure the forum's permission. yet again with needing permission, is nothing straightforward in this world. Such is the nature of politics, I fear, and as the Silence of the Seventh Dawn have been officially disbanded, no longer are we a recognized collective. A somewhat disadvantaged position, bureaucraticality speaking. Fortunately, however, there is a recognized and respected body upon which we might prevail, the students of Paldestian. Upon arriving in Charlian, let us seek our friends at the Annex. You just gonna take me there? You know I can teleport there, right? Welcome back, Ignis. What brings you here today in such colorful company? Greetings, Ojika. On this occasion, we are come to seek the student's assistance in a matter of some urgency. In that case, you'll want to speak with Kryl. She's in the main hall, sorting through our archives. There's a visitor with her at the moment, but it's no one you don't know, so feel free to show yourself in. So yeah. Oh.
Well now, if it isn't two of my dearest friends.
As for the other two, I don't believe we've had the pleasure.
Not in this vessel, perhaps. 'Tis I, Vashan. Though, you are welcome to call me Vritra, if you prefer.
Pay me no mind. I merely accompany them.
I pray you forgive us our intrusion. If you are occupied, we shall call again anon.
It's quite all right. We've just finished swapping all our secrets anyway. Erenfil occasionally comes and shares the latest Gleaner gossip, you see. From forgotten ruins to mysterious relics, if there's aught that might be of interest to the students, he kindly lets us know.
Alas, I must soon depart on an expedition. As I may be away for an extended period, I wish to give Kryl fair warning. Hence my visit today.
I see. There are specimens that want for procuring, I presume?
No, it isn't guildship business, but rather... homecoming.
Oh.
But enough about me. You have business too, yes? And I'm in the way.
Far from it. As a matter of fact, we should be grateful if you could stay and share your knowledge of the nearby isles with us. We seek a means to travel to the Void. There, a man named Golbez plots to invade our world. A man who even now holds my sister hostage.
Alright, time to fill them in. So, Kryl, this is what we've been doing the last 3 patches.
To that end, we require a great quantity of ether, which we understand may be had on the Isle of Ham. We came in the hope of exploring how it might best be procured.
An invasion from the 13th? Must the stakes always be so dramatic?
Yes.
You have a knack for finding trouble.
Well, you know.
If Gleaners collected world-ending crises, you could make quite a name for yourself in our profession. It's true the Isle of Ham is a veritable font of ether, but as it's under the Forum's direct jurisdiction, only a privileged few get to set foot there. I myself haven't.
So if we want to help ourselves to the Isle's ether, we'll need to secure the Forum's permission. Very well. The students of Baldessian recognize your endeavors as combating a grave threat to the world. As representative, I hereby pledge our full assistance. Now that it's official, you may leave the politics and paperwork to me. Our operations remain small, but we shouldn't meet any undue resistance.
We are truly grateful.
If I may. According to the original plan for the Exodus, ether collected from the Isle of Harm was to power the Ark.
Right.
Art thou perchance familiar with the logistics of this endeavor?
I don't know anything about that, I'm afraid. Nor do I think any cleaner would. You might have better luck asking someone involved with the Ark's construction. Margaret, for instance. She's a researcher in Charlene Hamlet. I met with her for a job recently, and she mentioned working on the Ragnarok's propulsion system. You could do worse than to seek her out while awaiting the forum's verdict.
We may well do just that. Our gratitude for thine advice, and may this threat be but a memory upon thy return.
You're quite welcome. Now then, if you'll excuse me.
So he's going home? Can they return to the forest once they leave? Is that allowed? I don't know anything about Vieira lore.
I best start drafting our petition. Go on and find your researcher. I'll contact you as soon as we've made progress.
Let us leave matters here to Mistress Kryl, and hie ourselves to Labyrinthos.
Right then, time to put our best foot forward.
Well, first of all, hello. Welcome to the stream. Final Fantasy as a whole has always been very story-driven. I think the amount of exposition in one cutscene is probably specific to 14 itself. I don't remember the other games giving so much, at least not in one sitting. But one of the Final Fantasies...
A pity you can't tidy yourself. I should have had Ishtola enchant you when I had the chance.
One of the main selling points for Final Fantasy games was their story.
And what have we here? Later, Kryl, later. You've work to do.
I bet that letter's important, Kryl. Kryl, I bet that's important. Now, Final Fantasy XIV, while it does have its own, like, story, it's also a homage to other Final Fantasy games, so there's, like, several references to old Final Fantasy games. This way. This is actually the most recent patch release, so this is just the newest story that came out today. See, Mr. So delightful. If you require assistance, ask away. It so happens you've caught me in post-deadline bliss. Forgive us the abruptness of our inquiry, but 'tis our understanding that thou had charge of the Ragnarok's propulsion systems. We should like to know how ether harvested at the Isle of Ham was to be stored and transported to the Ark, if the disclosure of such information is permitted. Oh, it's no bother at all. We built special tanks that can store ether, just like we use casks to store wine. Simple, really. Simple, but quite brilliant in construction. They rivaled even crystals for etheric capacity. A pity we never got to use them. How muddled and distant the memory. When Doom's deadline loomed large and we extricated ourselves from a waist-high mire of work only to end up chin-deep in another. I was at one with the world, a conduit for the energies of creation, but now I am truly alive. Who would have thought that sleeping in a bed and eating warm meals can make such a difference? Why, positively functional. I dare say rivals with real dancing on the knife edge of failure. She gives me college student vibes that just finished finals. We are glad for you. Quite. On the subject of the ether tanks, do you know what became of them? What did become of them? For the life of me, I can't seem to remember. Oh, but I do remember someone who might remember. He should be back by now. Just look for the fellow wearing an outfit that screams, "I've been on vacation and you haven't." Very well, we shall seek out this conspicuous colleague of thine. Our sincerest gratitude, Margaret, and do look after thyself. Come, let us seek out this individual attired in a manner suggestive of recent furlough. Well, yep, that was definitely college student just finished finals vibes. Okay, so I'm looking for someone. I hate when I have to actually look for someone. It's such a pain in the butt. One of my least favorite things. Somewhere over here, it looks like. This is open? No. Okay. Nope. Nope. Oh yeah. By description alone and not a marker. Well, going by all the players standing over there, I bet that's who I'm looking for. When it's something like this, it's not so bad, but sometimes they'll give you a wider area to look through, and they'll give you a bunch of, like, false leads. Like, you'll go talk to an NPC that has the icon, but it's not who you're looking for. They were just similar to who you were looking for. And that gets frustrating. What's our teeny tiny toy boat? Oh, you were the one that went on vacation. Well, I don't know about the ether tanks, who in Birgit's name would. Born right in my very own workshop. Great, so where are they? We need those. A pleasure as always, Master Kokol. I trust thy respite proved rejuvenating. And then some, but I won't bore you with the details, at least not without a drink in me. So, why the interest in our little tanks? Permit me to explain. You know, with the amount of explaining we have to do to random NPCs, you think we would just write everything down in a book and make them read it? It goes without saying, but we all owe you more than we can ever repay. If you need our ether tanks, then they're at your disposal. There's just one problem. You need the forum's approval to set foot on the Isle of Ham. Were it up to me, you'd be on the next ship out, but that lot can't wipe their arses unless it's in accordance with procedural motions. You may be assured that my backside is in Oh, Fortunel! Thaliax thumping thighs. Or Master Fortuna and Scholar. Oh, they got the Scholar arc there? Pardon the intrusion. The forum has deliberated your petition, and we decided to deliver our verdict directly. I would hope that the matter of the pandemonium has not been overshadowed by other concerns, but that is a discussion for another time. You have been granted special dispensation to travel to the Isle of Ham for the purpose of etheric extraction on one condition. On account of its rich deposit of ether, the isle is home to throngs of vicious beasts. We ask that you colony such creatures you may encounter. Oh yeah, that should be easy enough. That's all. Given the vast amount of ether we seek, I expected a far higher price. Oh, believe me, we do not underestimate the value of what you desire. That we simply owe the students of Valdesian and their esteemed collaborators a debt of gratitude, and we felt that expediting your request was a suitable way to repay it. A debt of gratitude. We have taken the liberty of arranging your passage to the Isle of Ham. Your vessel awaits in Scholar's Harbor. Oh, cool. I shall head back to the annex, but should you need anything else, don't hesitate to call. I mean, considering the banner for this quest was the dungeon picture, I assumed we were gonna get the dungeon pretty quick. I kind of miss when Fortuno was an asshole. Oh my god, there's so many people. People are waking up now, I see. Well, that's a nice shirt you're wearing.
Bound for the Isle of Ham. You look like the ones Master Fortuno told me to expect.
Yep, that's me.
If you're ready to depart, then so am I. Just say the word.
Is something the matter?
I did recruit one other to our party, but he is late to arrive.
Who did you recruit? Was it Graha? I bet it was Graha. Oh! Oh no, it's Thancred. Oh, even better.
Forgive me my delay.
Thancred? 'Tis good to see you.
My favorite, Scion. Are you okay? You seem bothered.
If it isn't Varshan. They do grow up so quickly. Urianje tells me we have a host of exciting new tribulations to face.
What have you been doing?
And you must be Zero. I've heard all about your daring do in Garlemald. A pleasure.
Apart from strengthening our company with his redoubtable skill at arms, Thancred may also serve as a mentor in those matters that trouble thee. I speak of the intangible forces which bring souls together. Thancred is possessed of experience both unique and insightful that I am sure he would gladly share with thee. Thou needst but ask.
So I can take Thancred with me? Yes? 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 Nice. Honestly, it always worries me when the dungeon unlocks quickly. Where's Thancred? Where is he? Where is he? There you are! Nope, I am taking you with me. This good? Yep, that's good. Being able to go into dungeons with NPCs, though, is a recent thing. I like to go through with the NPCs the first time through, because sometimes they have banter throughout the dungeon that's interesting lore tidbits. Plus, I find it easier to learn the dungeon. That way I don't run into impatient players. That wolf had ice on it. Oh no, that's a bear, not a wolf. My bad. Look at it, Thancred.
This will hurt.
My turn. Together we shall overcome this.
Oh, not much. I'm in the new dungeon. I'm running it with some NPCs though. I find it easier to learn the dungeon at my own pace before I run it with players. Polar bears. That's adorable. Look at the cute bears. Oh, hello. Aw. You want to eat the bears?
This will hurt.
My turn. You're mine! Make ready!
Well, that's convenient. It's very soothing music for a dungeon. Good, Baker. Okay. I was not facing the direction I thought I was facing. Good thing I couldn't fall off.
That's far enough.
Well, that's good. Oh, thank you for following. There we go. I wonder what the dungeon gear looks like.
All that I have and more I bring to bear!
You do that, Ariane.
That's far enough.
Should be getting close to the first boss. Yeah, down there. What is that? Oh, apparently Zero and I had the same reaction. Okay, go get it. What's upstream? that's an AoE.
You're mine!
So I didn't really want to stand in front of it. Damn it, still got hit. Okay, so stay close to the boss. This is probably an AoE. Yep.
Together we shall overcome this. My turn.
So what's important about these? Oh! That's what's important about this. Oh, they're bigger. Over here, I think. The gap. Yeah. Yep. I'm smart.
That's far enough.
There's 3 bigger ones. 4 big ones. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so the small ones go first. That's a tank buster.
Together we shall overcome this.
Ta-da! Distance Mask of Scouting. Is it visor? Oh, it does. The eyes turn on. That's kind of cool. Does coffee count as hydrate? Also, good morning, forgotten. Definitely the opposite. Okay. I'll have to go get some water at some point then. That's all I have right now is coffee.
Together we shall overcome this.
Dude, it died before my cast finished.
Make ready!
Honestly, if it wasn't patch day, first of all, I'd be at work right now if it wasn't patch day. And second of all, I wouldn't be up right now. I'd be awake, but I'd probably still be in bed. Distance bracelet of aiming. Hold on. I'll see what this looks like. Oh, that's kind of nice. That's kind of cute. I like that. Really should be doing AoEs here. Not that it would be any faster, because I don't think the NPCs do AoEs.
Mitre.
Make ready.
Unfortunately, yes, that's how it does. That's how it previews the items. There is an option to display the gear I'm currently wearing. The only downside with that is that because it's a bracelet item, my gloves cover it up. So if I want to see what the bracelet looks like, I have to turn that off. Accessories are hidden by other pieces of gear, unfortunately. Penguin! Oh my goodness, it's a pride golem. Rude. How dare you just unselect? Nice to be back into 14 again. I haven't played it in a while because I've been burnt out. Heck, I've been playing Tears of the Kingdom all week. Nice to be back into it. Aww. Distance. What do the earrings look like? You know, some cat. Okay, actually, I can turn that back on for these. Oh. That's not too bad. Too bad I can't dye accessories, though. Everything must be red. It's a rule. Oh, I did not mean to hit Swiftcast. Oh well. Not like I need it.
Together we shall be gone.
You know, this is actually kind of a neat looking dungeon. A waterfall. Boop. And there's a boss behind it. What happened to that polar bear? And probably don't stand here.
Darkness, take you!
Not gonna leap this time.
My turn.
That's a tank question. That's a no-no circle. That's also a no-no circle. Uh-oh. Oh, no. That should have hit me. Oh, dear God. This is not a caster-friendly fight. That hit me. So how come that one hit me but the other one didn't?
Got you!
Uh-oh. Probably don't stand there. Rude. Oh, it spreads out. Oh. There we go. Whew. Getting a lot of healing stuff. I think this is recolors of a previous gear set. Looks familiar anyway. I'd have to see a chess piece to know for sure. Oh, that's pretty. No, well, depends on what your definition of go-to game, I guess. Tuesdays are normally for Final Fantasy XIV because that's the reset, that's the weekly reset day. So I generally play it on Tuesdays. And then the rest of my days are just whatever game I happen to be working on, so Tears of the Kingdom is the game I'm currently playing. I was mainly streaming 14 when I was raiding, but I'm likely not raiding this tier. I've got too much going on IRL right now to deal with it. Plus, I also started school, so I definitely don't have the time to be studying the fights.
This will hurt.
Yeah, before Tears of the Kingdom came out, Tuesdays was 14, Friday and Saturday was actually Final Fantasy X, 10-2. And then Sunday was just designated for Dragon Age because it's my favorite RPG series. but I've been really hooked on Tears of the Kingdom right now. So it's kind of taken up all my stream days outside of this morning. Patch day is the only time I stream in the morning, honestly. My streams are usually at night. Or evening. But now that there's more, now that there's you. Yeah. I tend to stick to RPG adventure games. They're my favorite genre. If you're really interested in Final Fantasy, the new one comes out next month, and I will be streaming it. I'm super excited for 16. There was talk of the demo in a recent interview, and I'm wondering when the demo will come out.
Be gone!
If you're interested in the story for this one, considering that this game has been out for 10 years, I'm thinking about going through the New Game Plus feature and reliving the story at some point, just to see it all, you know, put together. Especially since they've added the NPC trust system into the base game and earlier expansions. So I don't have to, so I can take my time with those. Yeah, it just kind of depends on what's going on. Patch days I usually try and do in the morning if I'm able to get off work. When an expansion drops, I'm streaming it that whole week. Like Monday through Sunday, whole week. That's what I did for Endwalker. That's a Kraken. I thought we were done with the Kraken monsters. You can call it whatever you want. That's a Kraken. That's also from Final Fantasy IV. All the Final Fantasy IV references in this expansion. Oh, I got a materia lame. No, actually. I recently played a couple of the Pixel remasters. But my experience with Final Fantasy games is also rather limited. When I heard that Endwalker was going to likely have Final Fantasy IV references, I went and streamed its Pixel remaster. So the references are rather fresh. Like the battle music for this is from Final Fantasy IV.
This will hurt.
Oh, this is an annoying one. I have to watch the boss as well as the freaking tentacles. Aliens, yep. That's double annoying. It's a good thing I played a more mobile caster, but this is not a caster-friendly fight either. Going this way.
Make ready.
I think I can just follow the NPCs and figure out the mechanics that way. Whoa. Whoa.
Darkness, take you!
That bullet breaks, there's that. There we go. Okay, bye. I'm so happy that the Warrior of Light is doing the joy emotes at the end of dungeons again. Pets! Okay. I have attained 50 tombstones of casualty, or comedy, my bad. Oh, I got some stuff for ninja. No, I don't think this is a recolor of something else. I think this is new gear. Go away. The red looks weird with that color scheme and I can't dye it. I kinda like that. Well, I got stuff for ninja. Ninja definitely needs it. Oh. Ugh. So, how much ether do we need exactly? Can we just open the gate here? I mean, I get the point of the moon, but... What's up?
Much obliged for clearing the way. We'll get to work at once. Filling these up will take a good while. I appreciate it if you stood watch till we finished. I ain't getting chewed to chum by some ether-bloated bugger.
Don't worry, we gotcha.
Oh, by the by.
Hmm?
Where were you planning on putting these to use? We could deliver them by airship, see? Provided it ain't too far.
We would need them transported to Galemon, to the Tower of Babel.
Ah, that's a long old journey. Too long for a direct flight. Tell you what, we'll send them over with the scheduled shipment of provisions headed that way. I'll make the arrangements as soon as we get back. Save some poor chocobos having to drag this lot through the snow.
You have our thanks. We shall not forget your generosity.
So it just absorbs the ether? So you mean to tell me that the Charlians knew of an isle of just endless amounts of ether and didn't bother to...
Everything seems to be proceeding apace. I dare say you would have been fine without me.
Nope, I wouldn't have been fine without you, Thancred.
Why would you say such a thing? You were not bound by contract or the threat of force. And you gain no advantage by devaluing your own contribution.
Pretty much.
Yet you must be bound by something to speak thus. What is it?
Ooh. I think
What
0.
binds me?
That's a good question, Thancred.
A belief, I suppose. Born of our shared struggles. No matter where my comrades go, I have faith they will be fine. For I know that they will walk their chosen path as surely as I walk mine. I trust them, in short. Trite though it may sound.
It was kind of cheesy.
Trust.
0, I'm going to teach you to be human again if it's the last thing.
I remember the word. How long has it been since last I used it? It had no place in my dealings. Not with other Voidsent, and certainly not with Xenos. Not even in the time before darkness engulfed the world. Full often did Memoriates betray their own, corrupted by the very power they wielded. You could trust no one but yourself.
Oh yeah, then I guess this would be foreign to you.
Alone we fought. And alone we fell. I wouldn't know how to trust. Is there some trick to it?
Just stay close to this one. You'll learn in no time.
Hey!
Aye, absolutely fine.
What's that supposed to mean?
I confess I thought thou mightst have more words of counsel to offer.
Oh, she'll soon get the hang of it. even without my help. After our work here is done, I'll see myself back to the shadows. But before that, I take it you've heard as well.
Indeed. The client seeketh archons, and 'twould seem our extensive travels and neutrality make us prime candidates.
Well, assuming we take on the request, I suspect I'll be stuck with you again. Don't let me down, hmm?
What are you two up to? I hate being left in the dark. Come on, load, 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 load. There you are. To not only allow us to have the tanks, but to raise for change on the sides. Our allies, and we must also give thanks, Thancred, for coming to our aid in such short notice. Please, you know I'm always happy to help. Don't hesitate to call on me again. Suspicious. I'm suspicious of you, mister. Till next time. What? You just gonna... Rude. With the tank's transportation thus arranged, our first task is complete. We may now return our attention to the second. To wit, obtain the blessing of the Ilsabard contingent to use the Tower of Babel to channel energy onto the moon. Our destination is Camp Broken Glass, where we may present our petition to Commander Lucia. I like Lucia. You know, the lack of players here is kind of surprising. It's kind of daunting, actually. Alright, Lucia. Ignis, let me personally thank you for your assistance during the recent Void Scent incursion. Your actions saved many. What brings you here today? Pray forgive us for not sending word in advance, Commander, but we seek your cooperation in a matter of great import. Okay, let's explain the story again. Indeed, we appreciate you consulting with us instead of taking on unilateral action. It is no simple matter to activate the Tower of Babel, and I speak not only the technological challenges. Personally, I think we must consider the emotional impact of such an action above all else. Pending a more official name, we refer to those who remain here as the Garlean community. As you would expect, they are predominantly native Garleans, most of whom are uncomfortable with ethereal manipulation. To compound matters, the trauma inflicted by Anima is still fresh. If the tower were to suddenly light up again, it is likely to cause distress and reopen old wounds. Better that than facing a mass invasion by Golbez and his Voidsent hordes, surely. Of course, we acknowledge the gravity of the situation, as well as the promised bloodshed should we fail to act. Yet even were we to convey your warning to the public, many simply do not understand the workings of magic or the rift. They will struggle to comprehend why they must be forced to relive personal horrors for the sake of something they cannot imagine. What's there to imagine? Haven't these people seen Voidsent with their own eyes? Let us suppose you encounter someone who is freezing in this cold. A natural thing to do might to make them a fire, yes? But what if that person's sole experience with fire was being badly burned by it, and they harbored an acute fear? Despite the benefits and the necessity of the warmth you offer, they may flee on instinct, or worse, misinterpret your actions for aggression and lash out. So like the fire that torments this individual, the Tower of Babel torments the people of Garlemald. Yet we cannot afford to falter here. We must find a way to help them overcome their fear. I agree. To that end, the contingent will assist however we can. We should speak with Alfino and Alize. With the rapport they have established with the Garlean people, I dare say they can provide us with valuable insights. In the meantime, Urianje. Oops, I clicked that. Oh well. I clicked that. It's okay. It should be in the chat log. Let's see what he said. Let's see. Might I ask that you remain... Oh, okay. The technological aspects of the tower. Are they in Tertium? Nice, I can teleport. Elfino. My favorite twins. Just no one found it concerned that the Guardians might take poorly to the reactivation of the Tower of Babel. That's putting it mildly. Many would be up in arms over it. Trust in the Ilsabard contingent is fragile enough. We need to tread lightly or we risk jeopardizing everything we've achieved. Trust again. Well, it seems to me there's not for it to speak with the people. Rather than harping on about the necessity of the plan, we need to lend an ear to their concerns. Then perhaps we can begin to working towards a compromise. In that case, I'll take you to meet the community leaders. They're at a station called Cientis near the Cenaculum Imperialis. I would be honored to speak with them, though it would be prudent to learn where people elsewhere stand as well. But that I will leave to the others, save Zero. Might you accompany me? I'm sure those in Chapter's Den will have their own opinions. Alfino, if I may drag you along. Tertium, we leave to you. You are no stranger to people here, so it should take little prodding to convince them to speak freely. Well, yeah, I was kind of a prisoner here for a little bit. Then it's settled. Once you've learned what you can, let's all meet in the Forum Solus, where we'll have what I hope was a productive discussion. Sweet, I get to talk to Guardians, and they're probably all gonna be mad at me still. The Tower of Babel. But what's it got to do with Voidsent? I can't say I understand. Still, your people have done much and more for us Guardians. If you say it's necessary, then that's good enough for me. Well, you're open-minded. I hope you're what the rest of you are. Whatever its present state, the Imperial Palace was once the pride of Garlemald. I made no disrespect to you and yours, but shouldn't the Guardian people be its caretakers instead of foreigners? Though if we dared speak thus to some of the contingent, they might make us take assumptions, cut our rations, or worse. No, forget I said anything, please. I don't think they're going to abandon you if you don't want us to mess with the tower. There's a reason we're asking the people before we do anything with it. At the Tower of Babel, are you out of your mind? Probably. That abomination transformed my friends and family into monsters. I can't even bear to look at it whenever I step outside. If you want to do something for us, tear the bloody thing down. That's a fair response. Fifi, the tower isn't right, I tell you. All those magics. Years ago, when I lived in the provinces, locals razed our village to the ground with the stuff. Made the things appear and disappear and fly and burn. I can still see it when I close my eyes. You've done us a good turn, dear, but let's not talk about that tower any longer. It's unnatural. Yeah, I suppose if you're not around magic all the time, magic would seem unnatural. A kid? Don't be ask a kid. No, stop it. The tower is evil. It'll turn us all evil. I don't want to hear it. Leave me alone. Yeah, I expect that kind of response. Okay, so a couple people, so at least one person was okay with it. But everybody else was just like, yeah, no. That's about what I expected. Really? We meet at the park? Zero, you're by yourself. Euless is on his way with the others. I hope you found the people more receptive than we did. I found one person receptive. The rest, one was scared, the rest were just like, yeah, no. What's up? Ignis, may I present to you Lord Neus and Medius, magistrates of our political council. They have been spearheading the efforts to establish a new system of government here. When we raised subject to the Tower of Babel, they insisted that we speak no further until joined by representatives of the Ilsebard contingent. I see Alfino and Alize have yet to arrive though, so perhaps we should wait. It doesn't matter if only some of you are present. We simply wish to make one thing perfectly clear. The Tower is a manifestation of Garlean ingenuity and authority. It was once the abode of the imperial family, and it will forever bear tremendous cultural significance. It is insulting enough that we have had to suffer foreigners occupying it under the guise of rendering aid, and now you propose reactivating it. Nay, we have had enough. The Garlemald of old may have fallen, but she fell in civil war to her own people, not to Eorzea nor any other hand. We came here to assert our unequivocal claim to our territory. Garlemald and all that lies within her bounds is beholden to no one. Yeah, expected that. You do realize the risk if we can't use it? Are we just going to ignore that? Zero? There is no common ground to be found with these men. In spite of this, you would still engage with them. Our sovereignty is of paramount importance. On this point, there can be no concessions. I'm not worried about your sovereignty. We will treat with the Ilsebard contingent only to assert our rights. If your intentions are as benevolent as you claim, you will agree to our demands. I do not begrudge them their hostility. They merely seek to protect their homeland. That said, we must strive to reach an understanding with one another. Euless, you got any plans? Since their excellencies are resolved to negotiate the contingent, I will escort them to Tertium. I'll go instruct Alfino and Alize to meet us there. Lord Medius or Neus, by your leave, my comrades and I would speak with the residents of Senatus. Though the Ilsebard contingent holds the Tower of Babel, it is I who wishes for it to be reactivated, and thus I think it meet that I be present for this discussion. Yet my understanding of people's hardships for their hopes and desires of their dreams for their future is sorely lacking. In my ignorance, I would struggle to contribute. Lest you worry, I will not plead our case to the community in your absence. I wish only to identify common ground, upon which we might build a relationship that sees us overcome our differences. Very well. But know that the guards will not hesitate to escort you from the premises should they judge your actions to be inappropriate. It is settled then. You should all head to Senatus. I'll join you after I see their excellencies safely to Tertium. Are you sure about that? I mean, like, being the warrior of light and all... I mean, a lot of the Garleans, understandably, still don't like me. I knew there was going to be a snag somewhere. It was going too well. The fact that Garlemald has cars is hilarious to me. Here it is, Senatus, a temporary refuge for political dignitaries, hence the tight security. I am given to understand that outsiders are not only permitted so much as a glimpse inside. We should consider ourselves fortunate to be given this opportunity. I hope it will be worth the trouble. As do I, Zero. As do I. Well, considering the trailer, I know we get there eventually, but I should have known the snag would be in Garlemald. To begin, I propose we split up and ask residents for their views on the Ilsabard contingent and the current state of affairs. We should also do well to learn more about this enclave itself. Should you observe anything of note, pray keep it in mind. It is through open hearts and open minds that I believe we may yet convince their leaders to work with us for the greater good. Pile of crates. The stockpile of assorted supplies bears markings indicating they were provided by the Ilsabard contingent. The Enclave is clearly reliant upon the Alliance for aid. Well, yeah, they have been. Whether or not they want to admit it is another matter. Pride and all that. You want to know what I think? I'm a soldier. I try not to think about politics at all. I'll say this much. Our leaders labor to preserve our culture, our way of life, what remains of it at any rate. I trust them to do what's best for Garlemald. Oh, cerulean barrels. You recognize the large casks as the very same you and your comrades use to transport cerulean from Lapis Medalis. Why they are in Senatus is unclear. Zero? The furnishings were quite lavish. I'm reminded of Troya. Maybe Troya was the 13th for Garlemald. Orcus. The only name here I could pronounce, because Ranix likes their Latin with the Garleans. How do I feel about the contingent? Conflicted, to say the least. I've been tasked with distribution of supplies, and I know as well as any that we couldn't survive without outside aid. Be that as it may, even though the Empire has collapsed, we have our pride. People don't want to be beholden to others forever, and there's no denying that it chafes to see our benefactors occupying the Imperial Palace. Why are we still in the palace? I thought no one was in there. I assumed it was abandoned. Okay, bye. Well, Varshan, what'd you learn? Finished through the Enclave, have you? What were you able to learn? Much the same as me, then. They accept the contingent's help out of necessity and harbor a measure of resentment. They have only themselves to blame. If they don't like the bargain, they should reject it. How many times must I tell you it's absolutely out of the question? What? Who's yelling? Why? What's going on? We were wondering the very same. We came running when we heard shouting. Is aught the matter? No, I was just trying to explain... Mayhap you can clear this up. The contingent has made a reasonable request, but this man insists that it's impossible. It concerns magitech weapons which run rampant through Regio Urbanissimia. Every time we deliver supplies here, we have to dispatch extra men to defend against potential attacks. To address the issue once and for all, we propose the elimination of all machina that loiter near the supply route, but you've heard him. They refuse to even consider it. The magistrates have already spoken on this matter. Rampant or no, those war machina are Garlean assets. Furthermore, who's to say they are as dangerous as you attest? It has been suggested this could be a pretense to scavenge magitech material for your own ends. I know not if that is the case, but the fact remains. We cannot allow you to destroy them. More speculation with the magistrates, I presume. Ridiculous, but they have spoken, and unless we want to inflame tensions further, there's naught we can do. How complicated relations become when not grounded in a clear and equitable arrangement. An equitable arrangement, of course. Well do I understand the difficulty of your position. As a soldier, you must do your duty and obey your superiors. I have an idea, but I must first speak with Commander Lucia. May I take charge of this matter? But by all means. It'll be fine. I mean, he's from Radzet Han. He's not part of the contingent. That makes a difference. Let's return to Camp Broken Glass, where we might discuss the solution I believe will satisfy all parties. Why can't the Garleans just take out their own Magitech? At least then they don't have to worry about, you know, someone hijacking their stuff. I mean, I don't have, like, absolute faith in the Alliance. I know individuals will likely take off with Magitech if they got the chance to. So I completely understand their, you know, hesitance, but all right, Maxima. Welcome back, all of you. I pray there have been positive developments in your efforts to appeal to the Garlean community. Mayhap not yet, but there is a method by which I believe all stand to gain. As satrap, I intend to propose a trade agreement between Radzet Han and the people of Garlemald. A trade agreement? Please continue. The people of this nation have lived through this collapse and more, yet they have chosen to remain, for it is their home. That they have been able to survive thus far is thanks to the Ilsabard contingent, or rather, in less flattering terms, they are entirely at your mercy. Despite your noble intentions, this one-sided relationship has fueled feelings of frustration and resentment. It is no surprise that some Garleans are loath to engage with foreigners, for fear of indebting themselves further or surrounding more of their already limited autonomy. That is why I wish to present with them an equitable arrangement, one that would restore to them a sense of agency after having been forced to rely upon charity. That makes sense. Easier said than done. What exactly did you have in mind? Long have Garlemald and Radzet Han abided by a treaty of non-interference. Freely have we traded with one another, and I wish to continue in this tradition. We would provide your people with such supplies as you require, in return for which you would grant us leave to the use of Tower of Babel, as well as share your Magitech resources and expertise. As we become more reliant upon your technologies, we will of course require more ceruleum to fuel them. This you possess in abundance, and for it you will be duly compensated. Radzet Han's culture will be enriched by your Magitech wonders, and our ever-increasing demand for your wares will see Garlemald grow wealthy and prosperous. Only when both sides keep the interests of the other in mind can the equitable relationship be forged. 'Tis a principle I once thought I understood, but have come to appreciate all the more in recent days, thanks to the sage counsel of a friend from beyond the rift. Your Excellency, thank you for your careful consideration of Garlemald's future. Though I cannot speak for every Garlean, I myself see no reason to object your proposal. Indeed, if Radzet Han were to take the initiative, other nations may follow suit and seek to normalize trade relations with us. If you see the sense of my proposal, then I ask you to join me in the negotiations at Tertium. Your support may be instrumental in winning over Lord Neus and Medius. By all means, go with them. I have matters here well in hand. I have learned all that I may regarding the tower's operations, so I too shall hie me to Tertium. Oriandre, can't you speak normally? Your words are so hard to read. You and your old English. Back to Tertium, then? I can't believe it took them this long to just, like, set up a trade system. When were they gonna stop? Like, were they just gonna stop helping and not bother to help them set up something? Like, what was the plan there? Sorry, I just sneezed again. A crowd you may have brought, but numbers will not intimidate us. The crowd at Tower Babel is ours by rights. Nothing you do will convince us otherwise. Rest assured, it is not our intention to infringe upon the rights of the people of Garlemald. Let us instead discuss the future. As the satrap of Radzat Han, I wish to establish a new trade agreement between our nations. The aid we presently receive will not last forever, my lord. Sooner or later we must stand on our own 2 feet. But to do so we must secure a means to replenish our coffers, and the proposed agreement presents a rare opportunity. Tis true we do not want for Magitech and Ceruleum, and foreign currency will be needed to procure such things if we lack. It would depend on the precise terms, but I can see the merits. What? I can't believe what I'm hearing. You served the Emperor. We're a proud patriot, yet now you entertain selling national resources like a common merchant? Like you, I weep for what we have lost, but if we are to rebuild Garlemald, we must make use of what precious few assets remain to us. Nonsense. Utter nonsense. You are a traitor, Aeneas, and there will be a reckoning. Oh yes, when the people listen to this, they will cry out for your blood. Lord Medius, wait, it isn't safe out there. Oh yeah, I had a feeling one of them was gonna... I mean, what are they gonna do when the Alliance pulls out? It's far too dangerous for a civilian to be outside alone. We must go after Lord Medius. Let us leave matters here in Maximus' care while the rest of us join the search. If Lord Medius is bound for Senatus, we may be able to catch up to him in Regio Urbanissima. I pray he has not come to any harm. An embarrassing display. A man of Medius' station should have the capacity to keep his emotions in check. I agree. Do not worry about us. Just see the Lord Medius does not come to harm. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess. He was kind of a jerk, but I guess. In danger, aren't you? Yes, yes you are. You're welcome, by the way.
Praise the sisters, you are safe.
Are you okay?
Don't think I'm indebted to you. I never asked for your help.
Yeah, I know.
You love Garlemald dearly, Lord Metius. That much is plain. But you're not alone in that. We all mourn what has become of our homeland. Bristle at having to rely upon outsiders simply to survive the cold. Even now, I struggle with fear and uncertainty. Day after day, I ask myself, what is right? Where do we go from here? I've yet to find the answers. But I won't stop looking nonetheless, and I won't avert my gaze from our grim reality.
Is there hope for us?
Aye, so long as we live. Garlemald lies in ruins, but the bonds between us will never be broken. We are the chain that connects generations past and future. You and I, it's links. Help us, Lord Metius, for all we have been and for what we may yet become. Please.
I know, it hurts your pride. I get it.
To be lectured by the young man, it ill becomes a man of my station. I will rejoin the talks at Tertium. Might I trouble you to escort me?
Nothing but a brush with death to
How
change
we
a man's
part.
perspective.
I apologize for my discourtesy. I owe you my life, and I thank you.
Eulys, wait. I'd like a word. With you as well. I'm to stay close, after all.
Worry not, we shall see the magistrate safely back to Tertium.
Don't worry, Farshawn and Uriandre got this.
What is it?
You bound that man with trust, didn't you? That's why he did not require coercion to return.
Just go with it, Eulys. Just go with it. She's relearning trust.
Shall we walk, perhaps? Chilly, standing around here. So that's how Zero came to join you. Still, I'm not sure I'm qualified to explain something like trust. I wouldn't describe myself as a sociable person. Before all this, any free time I had, I spent looking after my brother and sister. As for the magistrate, I only told him what's been on my mind of late. But I wouldn't have done so, I think, if it weren't for the twins' influence. Trust is infectious, in a manner of speaking. When someone believes in you, it makes you want to believe in them, in others, in yourself. Perhaps it's because the magistrate felt that earnestness that he gave us a chance. As I did, after I was caught trying to steal provisions from the enemy. Trust comes easy in such company.
Little wonder my world is devoid of it. No one trusts in you, and so you trust in no one. And round the wheel turns.
Yeah, that's kind of how trust works.
During the Contra Memoria, we had already come to judge one another based on strength and usefulness. You either used or were used. Those who rejected this rule didn't survive. My mother wanted to save the world, to fulfill the hopes of Memoria's good and true. After she died, I carried on her mission alone.
Alone? Didn't you have anyone to help you?
Almost. 2 men tried just the once. A swordsman and a mage, whom I met when passing through a village. They had saved the people there from corrupted Memoriates. When they learned our enemies were the same, they seemed heartened. They claimed to be soldiers of a kingdom called Baron, and were traveling the realm in search of a means to end the Contra Memoria. They invited me to join them. I refused. How could I not, having learned the lessons of my world? Those who would work with others always have their own motives. I would not place myself at their mercy. I would not be forced to submit. I expected some manner of outburst, some show of frustration at having failed to deceive me. But they simply watched me walk away. I didn't know what to make of it then, but now... Perhaps they shared a bond of trust. Perhaps they were the last ones left who dared. Perhaps they hoped I was like them too. Perhaps it was just an offer, and nothing more. I continued fighting alone. But ultimately I was undone, overwhelmed by enemies that had banded together. I was cold, in pain, wishing desperately that someone would save me. And as I lay there in solitude, I felt it happen. The breaking of our world. Darkness washed over me, and I was swept into the rift. When I finally managed to return, it was to a world forever transformed. My home, now filled with abominations.
Oh, right, because she's part Void Scent. So she eventually just came
I had
back.
a chance to learn about trust, and forsook it.
Not like you didn't have reason.
I never had the power to save my home single-handed. I should have accepted their invitation. Had I joined them as I've joined you, I might not have had to face the end of the world alone. But it's all history now. No amount of reflection or regret will change our present reality.
Whatever may have happened in the past, you're still here, Zero. Alive. So long as you're alive, there will always be hope, no matter how bad things get. What you couldn't do yesterday, you might still do today. Think about it. It's plain that you've forged bonds with those around you. If you didn't feel that in some sense, would you have risked your life as you did for a meager ration of boots? I trust you too, for what it's worth.
I love her little hat tip when she gets flustered.
Here it is again. The fire that burned in my breast when you came to my rescue. The urge to weep, though there is no sorrow. If this is trust, then what must I do? How do I answer it?
Give me your hand. It's not something you do constantly, mind. A friend is a friend regardless.
A friend. So that's what it means. Someone you trust.
Oh, right. She was trying to figure out why Xenos called us friend. I wouldn't say there was a mutual trust between me and Xenos, however. Really? Ignis, you know we just kind of left him there? I don't really think that makes us very friendly. Thank you. I feel as at last as though I found the answers I sought, and I owe it all to you and Euless. Right then, I expect the others have already arrived back at Tertium. We should join them. That's the plan. Whoa. There we go. So glad am I to see everyone returned, and none the worse for wear. Various representatives of the Garlean community are gathered here this very moment. I dare say this is a fine opportunity to announce the trade agreement. You've read the memorandum. I trust you find the terms acceptable? I do. And yes, I pray you forgive my disgraceful conduct earlier. I am ashamed not only of my behavior, but of placing the burden of negotiation solely on your shoulders in my absence. You should know that when we brought up the subject of Tower's reactivation to people of the Trapper's Den, some reacted quite strongly. Once we explained that it would be to prevent another void-sent invasion, however, they were more receptive. It's fair to say the recent episode is still fresh in their minds. I'd had to launch to deliver a supply of ceruleum. Have to say, I didn't expect to see such a large crowd. Even the stuffy Imperials who normally keep to themselves in Senatus are here. My friends and countrymen, lend me your ears. I am pleased to inform you all on this joyous occasion that we, the people of Garlemald, have entered into a trade agreement with Radzat Han. To inaugurate our accord, we intend to grant the individuals before you access the Tower of Babel. In return, Radzat Han will provide us with supplies which shall be equally distributed amongst the settlements of our nation. Let me be clear on one point. This is not an act of charity, but trade. A bargain struck between equals rooted in trust and respect, and it makes a significant step towards rebuilding our nation and regaining our true independence. Radzat Han holds Garlean technology and ingenuity in the highest esteem. It is my hope that through this agreement, our peoples will enjoy a mutually beneficial relationship for years to come. Now then, we bid you gather around to hear the particulars, that you might convey them to those elsewhere. So burdened by hardship and trauma were the people of Garlemald that they were unable to imagine a brighter future. To be recognized as equals, as a nation with something of value to offer to others, that validation alone is enough to rekindle their hope. 'Tis by virtue of this partnership that we may access the Tower of Babel, a rather timely development given the ether tank's impending arrival. Once the tower's stores have been replenished, we need but await your Stola signal to channel the energy to the moon, yes? then you can leave that and anything else on this end to me and Alfie now. No need to worry. Devote all your energies to the mission in the void. As ever, I am in your debt. You are good friends. Look at Zero opening up.
Let us take a moment to review matters as they stand. Having procured sufficient stores of ether, we may now channel the requisite energy unto the moon via the Tower of Babel. Our work on the star is complete. However, we have yet to receive word from Y'shtola as to the state of the lunar preparations.
A ritual to open the gate, and measures to forestall a void-sent invasion. Neither task is simple nor quickly completed. She would doubtless benefit from our assistance.
The very thing I was about to propose. Let us join her above and lend what aid we may.
Cool, get me out of this cold.
Ere we set forth, however, Y'shtola did bid me relay a message to thee. As thou art well aware, a key objective of our mission is the extraction of thy sister Azhdaya from the Void. Held captive for millennia and divested of an eye, she is like to be severely weakened. To make good her escape, she shall require aid. Aid that is best provided by a fellow Great Worm.
So go get your dragon.
You would have me go in my true form?
Yes.
Very well. Like our sire, we Great Worms are capable of traversing the great expanse. The journey will take some time, but I shall take myself to the moon. To begin with, I shall return this vessel to Radzadhan, that I may have both my eyes. And until such time as we find Azhdaya, I would entrust her eye to your keeping.
Why do people keep giving me dragon eyes?
Will you do this for me?
We shall contact you via Link Pearl once all is in place on the moon. You need but follow Y'shtola's instructions.
No. This is just the third time that I have been handed a dragon eye in this game.
Understood. We'll be ready.
Or had to do something with a dragon eye, I should put it that way.
Take care, Zero.
It will be the briefest of homecomings. I'll be back before you know
it. Zero is becoming human again. A reasonable currency.
Mare Elementorum, then. Go well.
Okay, bye, Marshawn. Yeah, people are definitely online now. run into more people.
I took the liberty of informing Ishtola of our arrival. She and her entourage should be here momentarily.
Entourage? The Loporits? Oh, no. The Alchemist.
Forgive me. I'd hoped to have everything in order sooner. My thanks for the extra hands.
Alphino and Alice stand ready at the Tower of Babel. Vritra is also en route.
Excellent. You've done well, all of you. For my part, I've managed to prepare the ritual with help from the Watcher. All that remains is to channel the ether from below. This should, I pray, open a gate leading to the moon of the 13th.
May I just say how excited we are to be a part of this grand undertaking. The development of the artificial Atomos was one thing, but this is an opportunity like no other. Ishtola even managed to get a loan of elegant treatises on voice and summoning from the prized collection of the Sons of Saint Koinak. The Empire's application of etherochemistry in regulating void gates provided us with many a useful insight for our work, let me tell you.
I asked a favor of Grahatir when we were comparing notes on cross-rift travel. Given his credentials, I was confident he wouldn't be denied.
Still picking on him.
The knowledge of our forebears has brought us far, as has our own. And with our knowledge and resources, we shall construct a voidsent containment seal on a heretofore unseen scale.
Containment seal? Then thou wouldst make use of...
Aye, a tried and tested means of holding dark entities at bay is readily available here. 'Twould be remiss of us not to employ it. We shall reforge the brands that Xenos and Fandaniel destroyed. That which held even Zodiark shall more than suffice for voidsent of any persuasion.
The Watcher is already hard at work, tending to the most critical parts of the brand's restoration. There are, however, a number of concerning factors that remain. With your help, I'm sure we can resolve them.
Time is of the essence, so I suggest we continue this discussion as we make our way to the brands.
I don't know. I don't really wanna... I suppose there is a whole... Why can't we just use the ether in here? Surely there's still enough ether in there. Alright, so what's the plan here, Stola? Nothing to the matter at hand. With the Watcher's assistance, we shall reforge each of Zodiark's brands and use them to erect a barrier capable of repelling void set. Yet, though we expect it to be effective against larger beings on account of its original purpose, there is a chance it will allow lesser void scent to slip through. Therefore, we shall require a second line of defense, and I believe the Loporits supporters should be suitable for this purpose. Arianje, Ignis, the two of you have a strong rapport with our lunar allies. I would have you meet with Livingway and Bestway's Burrow and provide any assistance they require. I will join you. As a void scent, my knowledge may be of use. An excellent idea. In the meantime, the rest of us will see to reforging the brands. I will send word when we have finished. Pray do the same. I don't want to go see the Loporits. they up? They're up. Oh, right. This place doesn't have an Ethernet system. Well, it should. Living away. There you are. Your soul has apprised me of your present undertaking. I understand that she wishes to deploy our pride and joy, the veritable carrots of our eye, our unrivaled combat supporters, as a precautionary measure in case this poison containment seal of hers proves lacking. As we speak, my fellows are rounding up what units they can and will bring them to the northeast corner in short order. Please wait there. Sorry, I got a text from my mom. Okay.
Dreadfully sorry to have kept you all waiting. Hello there, friends. A new person. Heard there was a bit of a rush, so we gathered what combat-ready supporters we had available.
Which isn't a lot, I'd like to point out.
A welcome contribution. Thine initiative never ceaseth to amaze.
Oh, stop! You're making me blush! Though we have fulfilled the purpose given to us by Heidelin, aiding the people of Aetheris remains our greatest joy. So you can count on us, ever and always. Right, so, we originally deployed these supporters to patrol the moon and keep it safe. They've never tussled with Voidsent before, but with sufficient data, they ought to hold their own against the ghastly fiends. Practical, tactical data acquired in the moment, and who better to give the supporters an educational thrashing than the champion of Aetheris?
You want me to fight them?
I believe I would make a better instructor. Not only have I fought Voidsent, I am one.
They ran away! They ran away.
Well, don't just stand there. Engage! 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 Engage!
She broke him.
That'll do, that'll do! A defeat bitterer than the bitterest carrot. Using this experience, we must enhance the supporters and turn them into Voidsent slaughterbots!
Good job.
Indeed. Right after we've managed to put the poor dears back together.
Pray forgive our comrade's enthusiasm. May I inquire as to how long the repairs will take?
On an ordinary day, I'd say no less than 5 carrots briskly consumed. But if you were to provide us with encouragement, we just might be able to do it in 2.
No. What's the encouragement exactly? Why are you looking at me? Wait a minute.
This I leave to you.
No, wait, Zero. Don't leave me. Don't leave me with the rabbits. The opera's eyes twinkled in anticipation as they await your buoyant exultation. In wit, they yearn for you to rally their spirits. Oh, god damn it. My emote's turned off. I'm gonna turn that off. Find the fucking rabbits. Oh, sorry, I was in the midst of, forgive me. The sight of precision parts is strangely soothing to sleep and sleep-inducing, but I'll try to keep moving. And a marvelous feeling, something like the wild just to get some encouragement to fire you up. Oh my god. Why are you called Growing Way? Like... Can I leave now? Are you really gonna call them solder bots? I need more coffee. What?
Can you hear me? We've just finished restoring the brands.
Cool.
Let us reconvene once you've finished tending to matters there. The culmination of our efforts is nigh.
Is there a dragon yet? Alright, what's next? The red side of the moon. The brands are ready, I presume? Excellent. With the operates having deployed their supports, we are ready to proceed. Space and prise open our gate unto the void. That's the way out, right? Yeah. I think it should see the supporters with all this ritual first. As well. Okay. I know, right?
Apologies for the wait. The preparations here are finally complete.
Excellent. The Tower 2 is activated, but give the word and we will begin channeling the ether.
Very well then. Make it so.
The moment of truth
Alright, twins. Oh, they touched it together. That's adorable.
By the sisters!
Oriange, commence your invocations. 'Tis time to open our gate. A tear is beginning to form. Quickly, activate the brands.
That's a fairly...
Success. The gate is open, and the seal appears to be in place.
Let's see how well it holds.
We'll find out here in a second, won't we?
What an enormous gate! Lord Golbez will be eager to hear of this. So this is the promised land. The land of boundless ether.
That was kind of funny. Knocked him back into the gate.
I dare say the seal doth serve its purpose.
Ah, there's Virsha.
I see all proceedeth apace. Remarkable.
Indeed. Just this moment, a void scent emerged from the gate, by which we may safely assume it leads to the 13th.
It's incredible, Ishtola. Truly incredible. Oh, what an honor it is to have been part of this historic achievement.
A part is an understatement. None of this would have been possible without you and yours. Our success has also served to solidify our understanding of cross-rift travel. The Ascians rejoined reflections to the source by instigating elemental imbalances. These imbalances weakened the barrier between realities, causing the ether of a reflection to flood the source. But why is it that reflections are predisposed to rejoin the source? Why have they never merged with one another?
Thou art suggesting there is a unique property inherent to the source? one responsible for such an outcome?
I am. 'Tis my conclusion that, as the point of origin for the reflections, the source has an innate pull over them. Hydaelyn, I believe, sought to suppress that pull, which is why she was created with the power of light, of stasis. Meanwhile, the power of darkness, of activity, reigns in the void. Hydaelyn's influence would naturally be weaker, and this manifested in the form of planar fissures. Working with this hypothesis, I set my sights upon where the pull was assessed to be strongest, and through our combined efforts, we succeeded in opening a gate to the void. Now, I must stress, it was because we sought the void that we succeeded. Pleased though I am to have my theory proven, the secrets of travel to other reflections still elude us. Even so, in the reality that lies beyond the 8th umbral calamity, there are those who found a way to reach the first. I will not rest until I do the same.
One step closer to fulfilling your dream, eh?
Just a step. Many more remain to be taken. Which further motivates me to forestall a void-sent invasion. So come, let us set forth, to find Ashdaya and put an end to Golbez's plot.
Okie dokie.
Climb upon my back. I shall take us to the gate.
As we did discuss prior, I shall see the alchemists safely home, then together with the Loporrits maintain vigil over the gate.
May the sisters watch over and keep you safe.
After you, Virta.
Into the void once more.
And at full power this time. It is very red, yes.
This is the moon of the 13th.
It is very red. And then what's left of the star over there.
It is. Ever since the flood, it has been a sanguinary orb in the sky.
Hero quest?
No void scent. A rather more subdued reception than I had anticipated.
But unsurprising, given how jealously Golbez conceals the location of his domain. Still, we must remain on guard. One of his minions came through the gate, after all, and more may lie in wait.
I do not sense my sister. Where could she be? Where?
Steady, Vritra. We've barely arrived. Let us explore our surrounds before drawing conclusions.
Patience, dragon.
Yes, thou art right. I shall survey the moon from above. The ground I leave to you all.
Channel point reward. Oh, do you mean hero request? It's for games like Overwatch, where you can spend the channel points and request what character I play. It doesn't really it doesn't really work for Final Fantasy XIV, unfortunately. The surface of the moon is a grim shade of crimson, a consequence of the flood of darkness, perhaps. Can I fly here? Oh, no, I can't use my mouse at all. Lame. Oh no, you're fine. I knew what you meant when you said channel point reward. No matter how you strain your eyes, you spy no signs of life. In all directions extends a desolate waste without end. Yeah, I'd say that much is obvious. I will also say that now that I'm in red, I match the moon very well here. So it has all the same cracks as the Source's moon. It's kind of odd to me. I would think it... well, they are reflections, so maybe. You hold your breath and attempt to catch the faintest noise. Save for the sounds of your comrades, there is nothing. So far, you have failed to find any clues as to Ashdai's whereabouts. Perhaps Zero has noticed something you missed. Well, being a void sent, they're probably down there, below, in the hole. Because if it's a reflection of the source, yeah, down there, in the hole.
The chasm has caught your attention as well.
Oh yeah, no, he is for sure down there, or was at one point.
There's some manner of structure below. Worth a look, wouldn't you say?
I too sense something here. This pit much resembles the cradle of darkness on our moon, where Zodiac was once imprisoned. If this place serves the same function, then a fragment of his power must have been sealed in the depths. Strange, though. When Zodiac perished in the Source, I presumed that every aspect of him was thus unmade, and his power scattered. But it's unmistakable. The darkness that permeates this abyss. Could a trace of him yet remain? Or is it something else?
Anything, Virtra?
hear thee, sister. I hear thee. Climb on, my friends. Astaya is here, within this chasm.
Time to go. Yep, there she is.
You were entrusted with Ajdaya's eye, were you not?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. Is she still missing an eye? Oh no, there it is.
Ku-an. O Wakhom-erte.
Li Tao-an. Ankin sis. Dies ishom in fesk. Wan ik hes in an. Ka-a-un an. Fesk wes an ul in.
Virtra, I don't think it's gonna be that easy.
Seth es lis. Na fesk an. Nair no
Not even with the
ver
dragon's
akt.
neck can these chains be broken,
Esk es.
for they are forged of the very will of the man named Gulbes.
So this is indeed Golbez's domain. Kis arn in.
Es fil ud in. Ein an in.
Sis? Esk dir antar. For war Meradarn an.
Towards the men of Alec and leaves on Marasidia.
Les
Despite this crusade Tiamat, I flew into this lightless world to strike at the heart of the cloud of darkness's forces. With the void scent I slew returned again and again, before I knew the rift betwixt worlds had closed. Strength, bereft of strength.
Nar tal kin in eyes. Athan endran. Esk tai an. I'll call hes in. Hes ud lar an. Ses razat han hu an. Snoson an hai es in an.
Ta hes an elgol osk in. Ses kidir in an. in es katao kai an es an stra in sorn.
What now, then? Does this great worm intend to remain a captive meal for all eternity, not daring to test her chains?
Don't insult the dragoness, Idian. As such as I attempt an encouragement mortal, that thou art as graceless as Nidhogg. 'Twas Golbez who did weave this spell, and so his defeat would serve to unravel it. Would it suffice as a show of spirit were I to reveal that I know of the villain?
Now there's a start. So, what can you tell us?
Mayhap in order to sustain the magic, he cannot travel far from this place. He doth prefer to send minions to carry out his will, but on occasion will come himself ascend to the moon's surface. And every time without fail, he'll visit the same location to the south. Something of import lieth there, doubt not.
Well, you heard her. Shall we look into this spot near and dear to our enemy's heart?
Sounds good to me. Beercha, we're gonna need a ride. I'm sure Azdalia will be fine for a moment. I'm positive. Abyssal Dark. The others have already begun searching for clues. Let us do the same. I'll take charge of this area if you could see to the south. My kingdom to use my mounts! This must be an instance area, or I'd see more players around. Hi, Virja. Well, that was quick. Real easy, I should say.
Did you find something?
A crystal. A memoriite, to be precise.
A memoria? But whose?
Oh, activated the echo. Echo vision! I don't get those too much anymore. Who's this mage?
You have lied, pillaged, and murdered. Have you anything to say in your defense?
He sounds like Rubicante.
No. Every one of them got what they deserved. Trusting fools. Like you would-be heroes. Aye. You do well to keep a close eye on each other. It always ends the same way. A knife in the back. And better to have the handle towards your hand. You'll see! Oh, yes. You will.
Ew. I did not need that sound effect. Thanks. And death, may your soul find salvation.
I can't bring myself to pray for the unrepentant. You're a nobler man than I.
Come now, we are all shaped by these dark times more than we would care to admit. I choose to believe that had these men known peace and plenty, they would not have been consumed by mistrust and avarice.
Victims of the Contra Memoria, then. Like so many others. But we will end it.
That's the goal, yes? I assume.
Thank you. I shudder to imagine what might have happened if you hadn't dealt with the Dark Ones.
Who's that?
Oh, her? She's like you, I hear. Hunts Memoriates taken by darkness.
Well, well. A kindred spirit. Perhaps we will finally have a new comrade.
Oh, that's when they met Zero.
No. I've no interest in working with others. Much less someone who looks as suspicious as you. If there's nothing else, I'll be on my way.
Even when we share the same goal, we can't overcome the mistrust. Such is the way of things, the wisdom of our era.
Only a precious few Memoriates remain who cling to the light. Would that we could have won her over.
We'll make do, old friend. We have accomplished much already, and another person may well have been more of a hindrance than help. Now then, our work here is finished. His Majesty has summoned us, so let us not delay. To Baron!
Is that Golbez? No? Maybe? I thought he was Golbez. That was the assumption in the trailer, anyway. Maybe I'm Golbez? Maybe the memory is...
Had another vision of the past, did you?
I did.
What? I was in it.
Yeah, it was a story you told us earlier. That means
them. The pair I met in that village. Which means the one sealed in this Memoria is...
You met Golbez.
So, you have come. You, who would oppose our crusade.
What's up?
Tranquil.
You. I know you.
Is that so? From the world before, I dare say. 'Tis impressive enough that you have managed to retain your mortal form, but to remember your past besides. But that is of no moment. You are the Memoriate who vanquished my minions. Correct.
Is that a problem?
And what if I am?
Then I would bid you join me. As a child of our world and slave to the wheel, fight with me for the salvation of all our souls.
Fight with you. More like fight as your pawn.
You tell him, Zero.
It isn't me you want, but my power. And if I don't obey, you'll bind me like you bound that dragon. But no more. I refuse to be bound ever again. I fight only for myself, and for those in whom I trust. My friends.
I see. A pity. It is for the dragon that you have come, yes?
Well, and to stop your invasion, but yeah, Ashdaya was the #1 reason.
When first you appeared, I thought simply to remove a threat to our plan. Never did I imagine that you would reach this place and gift me a golden opportunity.
Taosk in.
Long as it has been imprisoned, this dragon has grown feeble and weak, its spirit extinguished. Your coming has served to rekindle her forgotten hope. Her yearning to be free, to return home. That is the key to our deliverance.
Wait a minute. What are you doing? What are you doing to Ashdaya?
The darkness is ravaging her. She's becoming a void scent.
Archer! Smash!
Rise, O shadow dragon, and obey!
Good morning. Oh no.
Kill him.
Oh no. That's not your sister anymore, Virsha.
Damn you!
Oh no. Oh no!
Keep our guests occupied.
Virsha won't fight his sister.
Save her, I beg thee. Save my sister.
Oh no. It's just us versus him, huh? Wow, you're tall. Don't really know how to revert the...
Before darkness swallowed the world, I fought tirelessly in a war without end.
Uh-huh.
The experience taught me to discern the strong, that dragon, and you.
Uh-huh.
face me.
Rest assured, I need no invitation. There's still power in that?
Accursed light. You, who have ever basked in its warmth, could never understand our envy, our agony. You will not deny us our release.
Yes, I will. Watch me. The void cast days. Dice? Days? Let's confront Golbez. Okay. The void cast days. Hey Golbez, if I defeat you, can I have your sword? I need it for reasons. Knight in black, Golbez.
Expect no mercy. To destroy you, I shall bring my all to bear.
I'd be insulted if you didn't.
Come, warriors from beyond the rift.
Alright, so how does this fight
If you
work?
would oppose our crusade, then come. But know that none shall deny us salvation.
Says you.
This place shall be your tomb.
Any idea how many times I've heard that threat, Golbez?
I will free us from the wheel.
Whoa.
Where my Rhine-kissed blades, I will suffer no obstacles.
I need to get further away.
No matter the foe, I will stay the course. Let lightning surge!
Ow.
Such is your power. Come forth, my servant of shadow! With abyssal dark and hero's blade, I bring my people liberation! You shall know true terror!
somehow survive that.
Dragon, hear me and obey. Crush them! Bathe them in black flame! My meteors will extinguish your light!
Nope. Well, sure, cast does work with that. Good to know. I died it.
A raging gale to rend you asunder!
Oh god. Nope. Oh no! Okay, so we're
Look to the heavens for your doom!
You guys may as well jump off.
You wretch! They shall be your tomb! Crush them!
Fuck! Damn it.
Render unto me your all! My meteors will extinguish your light! Come forth, my servant of shadow! Let lightning surge!
Whew, there we go.
My power
is nothing compared to mine.
even my blade. So, this is the limit of my defiance.
Yep.
Are you all right?
I've been through worse.
What's happening?
What's so funny?
At last, the moment is at hand. You may have bested me, but not quickly enough. Too late will you look to the chasm. You've won the battle, but I win the war.
Stop this. I beg of thee, let her go.
Darkness made manifest once abided in the depths of this abyss, until one day it dispersed in a haze of ether. In the absence of the great flow, that ether has nowhere to return. And so it has coalesced, giving rise to a mighty voidsent. Now feast. Feast upon this dragon and its ardent longing for home with it. From the convergence of ancient and newborn, an entity without equal shall emerge, one who shall tear down the barrier between worlds. Upon you, who shall deliver us from eternal damnation, I bestow the name of a hero of Eld. Zeromus! Awaken!
Oh dear.
No matter how powerful, a voidsent can be sealed in Memoria.
Zero, wait. A barrier?
Damn it. It's too strong.
Our warding scales may not hold. Not against a voidsent born of Zodiark's ether.
Viewership, we have to go. We have to leave.
We must retreat. Everyone to me. Or Kin. Test na in an.
Okay, well, I know the trial for 6.5. My wings are still there, that's funny. We made it back safely, at least. Put that away. The Dark Throne. In light of this development, that we escaped with our lives is an accomplishment unto itself. Would that we could have anticipated as Jaya's yearning to return home could be manipulated in this fashion. Alas, we must now contend with a newborn voidsent hell's bent on breaching the rift. And one with such a prodigious strength, Zeromus is unlike anything I have ever seen. So named for an ancient hero, as Golbez said, though none can say if there is even a sliver of truth to the legends. Perhaps Golbez chose it in the hopes that his champion will do that which no one could in the Contra Memoria, save the world. But a true hero would not damn another world to save his own. And we're not about to let that happen, but regardless, we need to regroup. Aye, loath though I am to admit it, we are in no state to face a voidsent of Zeromus' might. Vircha, not least of all, in body and mind both. For now, let us return to Razat Han and take stock of the situation. Very well. Ignis, would I trouble you to head to Bestway's Burrow and apprise Oriange of the situation? The rest of us shall tend Vircha's wounds before returning to Razat Han. Pray join us there soon. Vircha, you did good. Ignis, thou art returned. I am pleased to say it hath been blessedly uneventful in your absence, but more importantly, what of your mission in the void? Yeah, see, Oriange, about that mission into the void. Heavens forfend. That Ashdaya should be used to birth the dread voidsent born of Zodiac's residual ether. Although we could not have predicted this outcome, there is one small mercy, the voidsent containment seal. As we employed the self-same brands that once imprisoned Zodiac in its creation, the seal should serve to hinder Zeromus. Yet for how long, none can say, for our enemy's strength is unknowable, whilst the barrier was erected in haste. Thou shalt rejoin our comrades anon to deliberate measures, yes? Then I shall remain here to maintain my vigil over the seal. Should we observe signs of an impending incursion, rest assured I shall send word without delay. Go well, my friend. Alright, back to Razat Han we go. In the soundtrack.
Do you remember Ciriato and Farfarello? The cowardly pair of voidsent that dwelled in my domain? Ciriato devoured Farfarello, and in so doing he inherited an all-consuming fear of Barbariccia. For as you know, when a voidsent is devoured, it doesn't simply cease to be. Its soul persists within the devourer, and when a voidsent dies, all the souls that harbored may break free to become individual entities once more.
Right, so there's hope for Ashdaya.
That is to say, by defeating Zeromus, we may yet save Ashdaya. And to make certain that we do, we must remind her of who she is. When the time comes, you must call to her. Call with all your being.
Thy words give me heart, Zero. Thou hast my gratitude.
Then it's settled. Our objective is to defeat Zeromus.
Was that not our objective before?
While it is unsettling that a void scent could be born of Zodiac's ether, its very nature may render it susceptible to the brands that once contained him. Did Urianger have aught to say? I see. If the seal may not hold for long, then haste is paramount.
Couldn't we just let it come to the source and strike it down here?
Doing so would consign Ashdaya's soul to the ethereal sea. Any attempt to ensure her survival demands that we deal with Zeromus in the 13th.
I could barely go near it. Never mind land a blow. So thick was the shroud of darkness. How do you propose we fight such a foe?
Simple. Against impenetrable darkness, we must wield resplendent light. And it just so happens, there is a world replete with light. The question of how we will harness that light, you may leave to me. With our recent discoveries and proven techniques, as well as the aid of comrades near and far, I have faith that we will find a way. But only if I begin my work at once. Rest up while you can, for there will be much to do when I return.
It wouldn't do to be idle while our esteemed sorceress labors tirelessly.
Hi.
I shall be training if you have need of me.
Hey, yo, pretty girl. We're almost done.
Wait. Allow me to join you. I must become stronger for what lies ahead.
Yes, Bree, I see
Fine
you.
by me. Come on then.
I shall not pass my time wallowing in despair. Using my vessel, I shall attend what preparations I may.
Sorry, a doggy is partially occupying my attention. Ashdaya is my sister, long have I dreamed of saving her, but if I am to do so, I must be better than I have been. Blessed though I am to have you and yours as comrades, I cannot well ask you to lift me up every time doubt and despair creep into my heart. I won't falter again, this I swear. I will hold fast to my conviction, Ignis, and I pray that you will stand with me to the last. Another moon. Meanwhile, on the moon of the 13th. Almost done. You're almost done, I promise.
Zeromus is risen, but not yet at full strength. It will take time before the fiend is able to breach the veil. But what is another moment on this long journey I have endured?
Almost done.
It remains as fresh as if it were yesterday. Old friend, the memory of your passing and the pain.
So you donned his armor. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold
As
on.
I promised you then, I promise you now. They shall sing of Golbez, the hero who shattered the wheel and brought salvation to the world.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Like 2 more minutes. Like 2 more minutes. From light's embrace to shadow's deep, a world to save, an oath to keep. So you win or you dies. Oh my goodness. Alright, well, with main story done, my impatient doggo aside, I did plan to stop stream here with story. Partially because I still need to eat something, because when I got up to do patch, the rest of the house was still asleep, but they're all at work now. 2, because I am the only one home, my doggo demands attention. So I'm gonna go ahead and call stream here.